Hi, it's Lenke from Lens Crafty Life, and they are finally up in my shop. I think I have about 12, 13, 14 different colors of these embossed hand-dyed papers, all hand-dyed with natural items like red cabbage, coffee, tea, onion skin, but I will mention that per paper pack that I'm going to show you. Now, when you order them, you'll get them like this, either with an ochre twine, baker's twine, or a pink baker's twine, depending, if it's a bit more vintagey, then you get this one. If it's a bit lighter colors, then I put the pink on, so it kind of depends on the back. But let me show you. Now, this is the original white paper that I dyed it with. Sorry, I'm filming at night. I don't have natural light at the moment, which is a shame, but at least this is the white. So you can kind of compare it with this white. That's why I've got this paper here. Excuse me. This is a coffee dyed, and this is a very light tea dyed paper. Somebody requested, the last time I only had onion skin dyed papers, and somebody requested, can you do an off-white? And you can just about see, not sure if the camera picks that up, but this is just a little bit warmer than the bright white. So this is an off-white, and I can show you, these are the embossings that I use, embossing folders. It's the rose, and this is another flower. This one is one with butterflies. Hope you can see that. This is also beautiful. Some are like 3D. This is done with a 3D folder, and this one as well. This is a beautiful rose frame. These are gorgeous butterflies. They really stand out. Love that one. These are dots, which are great for like backgrounds or making clusters. And this is again like a lattice work, again great for pockets or clusters. So you get 8 different kinds of embossed papers in this pack, and the sizes range from 5x7 till about an A5. So 5x7, which is in centimeters, 13 centimeters by about 17. And then this is a bit larger, that's an A5, which is 15 centimeters by almost 21, which is in inches, 5¾ inch by 8¼ inch. So let me put these aside, and then we'll just get cracking on these. Now I still have them in like maps like this, so with stickers on, so I know exactly which is which. So this is like a coffee. Let me just get one pack out. Yeah, this is one pack. This is a coffee dyed, a very light coffee dyed. Again, you can see the color compared to the white. So it has like, I thought it was gonna turn out a bit darker, but it's not. But it does have like a bit of a dark edge. You can always cut that off, of course, if you don't like that. Now it is coffee dyed, but it has like a little bit of a gray hue. So this is the very light coffee dye. Okay, next, and I have darker colors as well. I go from lighter colors to darker colors. This is one of the onion skin dyed papers. And let me get just one pack out. Okay, this is one pack. So I've got several onion skin dyed papers because the hue, the color depends on what paper you use, but it also depends on how long you've boiled the onion skins, Did you let it sit? Did you put your papers in when the liquid was still warm, when the dye was still warm? Or did you put them in when the dye was cold? Did you soak them in it, or did you just dip it in it and take it out straight away? So, you know, you probably get the gist. You get many different colors depending on the technique that you use. So this one is a bit more grungy. It's got these darker shades going through it. Now, some of these packs, excuse me, may look alike color-wise. So, you know, if you don't mind the specific, you know, some of the lighter colors, they are quite alike. But there is a slight difference in all of them. Like this one is another onion skin dyed paper batch, but this is slightly, it has the blotches, which makes it a bit more grungy, but it also has like almost like a powder. It looks like a powder going over it, which I really like. Let's see if it, yeah, you can, maybe you can see it here. It almost looks like there's powder in it. Now there isn't, but you know, you get just interesting colors and interesting effects. You can see it here as well. So that's another onion skin dye. This is with the Claire Fontaine 120 grams of paper. Most of them are 100 grams paper because I couldn't get the 120 grams paper anymore. Normal copy paper is 80 grams. So 100 grams, most of them are done with 100 grams. But some are 120 grams. Now, this again, onion skin dyed paper. Now, this is the warm water dip. The warm water dip. So this is a little bit more yellow. I dipped it in, and when the water was still warm, and you see, it got much more of a yellow, light, very light, warm yellow. This is. So then you've got the ochre yellow, what I call the ochre yellow, again, onion skin dyed. So you see many different colors just from onion skins. So this is a much warmer yellow, a much more pronounced yellow, but it made me think actually of like a parchment, like the old parchment that, you know, back in the days people used to write on the first paper. You know, it makes me think of that color. Beautiful embossing, absolutely gorgeous. So that is the parchment or ochre yellow. Then this is another batch of coffee dye. This is a bit darker than the previous ones. Let me show the previous one. Yeah, so this was the very light. Let me just get one out. This is the very light. You see the difference? Same coffee used, but this was much less coffee used and this was much more coffee used. So this almost is like a grayish color, and this is probably what you can call like a normal coffee dye. So this is more like a brown, very soft brown hue. Then what have we got? We have got, this was done with a red onion skin. The others that I've just shown you was done with just what do you call it, yellow onion skin. This is done with the red onion skin. Now you see, it does have like a what do you say, a yellowish, this is hard to describe, this color. It has a little bit of yellow in it, but it has like this dark glow over it. I really do not know if the camera picks that up. I hope it does. So this is much more vintagey. This is what, you know, if you were thinking about the parchment paper, this is very old parchment paper color. You know, it's been out there for ages and ages and ages, you know. That's what it makes me think of, because it has this dark glow. Really nice. Okay, now we have some pink. No onion skin. This was done with beetroots. Let me get one pack out. And again, the color depends. So this is pink, a soft pink, like almost like a baby pink, but very, very soft pink. And again, in the same batch, look at the difference in color. You know, this one is much lighter than that one. So, you know, I'm working here with natural dye. So it all kind of, you know, it's different. Every batch is different. You know, the papers are different. But I really, really like that. Just like here, which I really like on this one. Again, I hope the camera picks that up. It looks like the embossed, so the raised bits are much more pink. And the debossed bits, those look like are more like whitish pink. So it's almost like the roses are colored in and the embossed bits are colored in. So, and here it's almost the opposite. Here it's more like the background is more like pink and the roses have like this, almost like a white effect on it. Now, I didn't do anything onto it. I just embossed, that's all. So this is the soft pink or baby pink beetroot papers. Then we have, this is avocado dye. And again, it is pinkish, but it's more like a peachy pink. Now, I've got this tone in different, well, how do you call it, different strengths. Like, so this is the lightest compared to the white paper. This is the lightest. It's a beautiful, like an amber color. Like it's pink, but it has like an orangey feel, like, well, peachy pink, basically. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. So this is the light, I'll call this the light amber. Oh, I do need to let this check. Light amber avocado. And then you have the dark amber. Oh, look at how rich this is. Now again, this is done with avocado skins, but I added some baking soda. Again, it's like an amber, but it's, sorry for the glare. You have that glare. I shouldn't put that there, should I? Sorry about that. So this really is a very rich color. Beautiful amber color. 3D one. Very pretty. I'm so pleased with how all these colors came out. And then again, avocado dye again, with some baking soda. But these came out like, oh, love this color. I would call this like an antique rose color. Oh, I shouldn't leave this here, should I? Call it an antique rose color. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. It is pink. It does have a pink rose hue to it. Very pretty, very like vintage pink, old pink, antique pink. Love that color. Okay, then I hoped, before I got the other pink, the beetroot pink, I did one beetroot, so very little in a pan, And I got this very, very pretty hue of pink, and I dipped loads of papers in it, and then it turned grey. A very light grey, but even here in the same batch, you see that this one is darker than this. And it's all from the same, you know, dipping bath that I dipped it in. Now this, you can see here, it goes, you know, from light till darker. Compared to the white, you can see it has, you know, more like a grayish, a very light grey tone. Oh, sorry, left it here again. So that's the light grey beetroot. Excuse me. Then I thought, well, let's do it with, I happen to have some forbidden black rice. And that also made a very light grey. Let me see if I can compare it with the beetroot. You see? You see, I hope again that the camera picks it up. Keep saying that. This is more grey, and this is the beetroot, which is more of a almost like a gosh, how do you say that? A brownish grey, but it's so very, very light. So this is more of a brownish grey, and this is more really of a grey. So that is the forbidden black rice. Yeah, this is the forbidden black rice grey. Now let me pop this back in the right pocket. Okay, next we have a homemade red wine dye, and again it did not go pink, which is what I hoped, but it did go a gorgeous grey. Now this is a dark grey. It's darker than the previous ones, and again, you know, there may be like stains on there. Oh, by the way, excuse my hands. That's what happens when you are, you know, soaking your hands in natural dyes for weeks on end. You can't get it out of your skin or nails anymore, but you know, that's okay. So this is beautiful. Here it may be blotchy, a bit more grungy here and there. So this is the forbidden black rice. Now let me compare it for you with the sorry, what was I saying? This was the homemade red wine. Sorry about that. And this is the forbidden black rice. So the forbidden black rice is much lighter. It is a grey, but much lighter than the homemade red wine grey. So, okay. Got a few more colors. Then, what have we got? Okay, we're going on to the greens and blues. This is very, very light and blotchy. This was spirulina. Now, oh, these are two packages. Now, the spirulina didn't really make an even color green, so it's almost like a whitish background with green splotches over it, but I still really like that effect. So the whole paper does have a very, very light greenish hue over it, but here it looks more like whitish, and of course here it's more pronounced green. Again, it looks very powdery. Of course, the spirulina is a powder that I used, so that's probably why I got this more like a stained effect. Now here it's more all over. So that's a very light and blotchy green, the spirulina. Then I got some other green, which is much more even. Let me just get one pack out. This beautiful pastel green. This is done with nettles. I grow nettles in my garden on purpose. It's not a weed to me. And nettles are very healthy. You can make tea of it. You can put them through your smoothie, and you can dye papers. You can make a green, a beautiful, lovely pastel green. Now, I have to re-watch this video. If the lighting is terrible, I'll just have to do it again in broad daylight. A very beautiful pastel green, the nettle green. Okay, we're almost there. Then we're on to the blues. Okay, this is yeah, this is one pack. This is a red cabbage blue. Now, it's a gorgeous blue. It's very blue, this, but it's a beautiful. It's not a bright blue, but it's still like a pastel blue. But some, again, you know, here it's from lighter, it goes on to a little bit darker, but it's beautiful. I love this color. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm still trying to make a purple though, but I haven't succeeded so far. So hopefully in future I will have a purple. I'll leave this here because I have another blue, and that's my last color. I don't have much of this. I tried to get the purple, and I thought if I just air dry it by hanging it up, I might get the purple. Now, I didn't get a purple. So this again is red cabbage, but this one is dipped in and taken out straight away and hang up. I hang these up. These I just stacked for a while so they soaked in more. And this is, you see, it's a blue, but it's a lighter blue. And on some bits, it just has a little bit of a purple hue, but you have to know to be able to see that. But here it's the color more differentiates, or it's more variegated a little bit. Like here is a tiny, oh, you can see it on the blue background. Here's a tiny bit of little bit of purple, and then it goes on to like a greenish blue. So that was the last pack. So this is this is the blue, purple cabbage blue, and this is the purple cabbage light blue. So below this video you'll find a link to my Etsy shop. I've got two Etsy shops, one for digital papers. I'll pop a link to that below this video as well, and one for physical items, also old French magazines, but also these papers you can find in the hand-dyed paper section of my Etsy shop, my physical Etsy shop, which is Lens Crafty Life, and for digitals it's Lens Crafty Life Digis. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you like these, and check out my Etsy shops, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.